Welcome to K-Stop Fuse's K-pop podcast. Hello, everybody. This is Jeff Benjamin, and as always, I am joined by the Bang Younggook to my Zello, Tina Zhu.
Hey, does everyone miss us?
Have I used that one before? When I said it out loud, I'm like, maybe I've used that one.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever been Younggook. I'm fine with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah. How's everyone doing?
Hopefully, everyone's doing well. It's been a good week. It's been a fun week.
It's been a weird week just with the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, I'm a little like all out of sorts.
We're a little disoriented.
Yeah,
but it is nice to come into the office and be on your Monday vibes. But it's actually Tuesday.
Woohoo!
So before you know it, the weekend will be here. And it's football season officially. Well, like preseason games are over if anyone cares about that. Silence from Jeff.
I know I do. Yeah. Sorry.
So yes. Sunday will be, that's what I'll be doing on Sunday.
Yeah. Right. Football comes back.
Yeah, preseason's over. Official games are starting.
Wait, there's a preseason in football too?
Yes.
I didn't know. I thought that was only baseball.
There's preseason in every sport.
Oh, God. Even in basketball?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
And they play against each other?
Yes.
Well, you learn something new every day, people. I thought that was only
I will say
baseball.
Football preseason and like scrimmages and spring training and all that shit is like a bigger deal. Relatively than like people don't really care about preseason basketball as much as preseason football. I feel like just because there aren't as many games in general.
Oh wait, but what's spring training?
It's like when they start like having like recruiting new folks and like kind of figuring out their roster and
man,
it's like practice essentially where they
sports.
Like where they do like sprints and do all that shit, like conditioning. Anyway, so that was it. Sorry for the derailment.
So, happy sports, everyone. Happy football.
Happy almost football
Happy almost
day.
sport. Happy almost football day. Happy almost football kickoff day. Super Bowl is coming. And
Super Bowl is right around the corner.
And before we know it, the Super Bowl headlined by EXO, Psy, and BTS will be coming. I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
What would be like a dope like halftime show lineup for K-pop stars?
After school, leading the charge.
And because they are very like sporty.
I'm slightly kidding, but not really. But I mean, this is what I think the Winter Olympics are going to be in. I'm not going to pronounce it right. Pyeongchang. The Winter Olympics.
It's funny because whenever people say that, people immediately think like Pyongyang, like in North Korea.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why
I
was like, hold me back. I don't want to mess this up. But yeah, but because if you remember, I think the last time America hosted them was 2002 in Salt Lake City, and we had everyone performing there. I remember Christina Aguilera performed there. Alicia Keys, that's all I can remember. But like, I think it's going to be a huge K-pop concert. It's going to be like the world is going to be able to see K-pop.
Oh,
so
dope.
Hopefully after school we'll make their comeback by then. And just kidding. I need to let go of that dream.
Well, now you have
never.
Kristen.
Kinda, yeah. But but speaking of Kristen, actually, we had some really mostly fun comments from you guys last week. Where we saw some you guys responding, the longtime listeners responded to our lost episode from 2 weeks ago where we did talk about Kristen and Sunmi and who was that third one? And NCT Dream. And I thought there were some hilarious comments, so I had to of course mention these. So what Will said, who was at WELILE_21 said, wait a minute. Tina declared her stan status for Kristen. However, the recording went mysteriously missing. Jokes. Good to have K-Stop back with a perfect gif of Kris Jenner saying this is a case for the FBI. Hashtag K-Stop. I know. We're still so sad.
Is.
I
just don't understand how a file just disappears like that.
I don't either. We literally played it back and I heard my voice and I thought, there it is.
Eerie.
It is. It's almost like the world didn't. So, you know what? If we ever, we have 2 lost episodes now. That great G-Dragon episode is also lost. We swear this is not us, people. I know. And Andy Vovo had very similar thoughts at ANDIVOVO, who responded to what Will said and said, right, the missing episode was loaded with all the people I love. Super said it's gone. Hashtag K-Stop. Hope we get Sunmi and Pristin again. I do too. I mean, Sunmi's doing so well. She's going to be back really soon, I feel like. And Pristin, I don't think is stopping anytime soon. Something else. I really like this comment that came from Van City K-pop, who is at RACHEL_GRAE31. And she wrote to Tina on Twitter, and Tina's name is Hey_Tina with 3 A's. I agree, the dreads need to stop in K-pop. Most idols look awesome with natural hair. And she shared some photos of Vix's Ravi.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I like that comment. And it was kind of about how we were talking about Jackson, who also had Tina got a lot of love actually last episode. DJ Peter Lowe also said, Tina, love how you gave like no shits last episode of hashtag K-Stop. My wife and I were laughing the whole way home.
And he I replied and said, oh yeah, like the song is so terrible. I assumed he was referring to my rant about Jackson.
Right.
But I guess he was also referencing the fact that I guess since I was chewing on those yogurt covered raisins and
I heard that when I was listening.
It was like, I didn't realize you could hear the chewing. My bad.
Oh yeah,
but I told you that shit is good.
I know. Tina was just chewing and bitching. She gave no fucks yesterday. I was actually listening to it last night just because I listened to
I was
the
just
episodes.
acting like I was just on my own couch, like shooting shit.
I love it too. I 100% agree. I also love this comment that came from, I believe, a new first time commenter, or maybe this came from Nana.A, who is at WS. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. At SWEMANA, who wrote, thank you, Hey Tina, and hashtag K-Stop for speaking up about Jackson's solo song. Almost everyone I follow on social media thinks it's a quote-unquote bop, but I have been so frustrated because I thought that those that I follow had similar music tastes as me. Everything about the song is trash.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Speaking of that, my friend Sarah, whom I went to college with, she's a loyal listener to K-Stop, even though she doesn't listen to like a lot of K-pop. I think like she listens to this because she finds our discussion and commentary interesting. And
really?
She'll like look up the stuff that we listen to. But she tweeted me and was like, so I watched that video you hated so much this week. The lyric referencing Jackson.
Yeah.
And she's like, the lyrics sound computer generated, like one of those enter your name and find out your rap song BuzzFeed posts.
Oh my gosh.
And the video looks like the treatment was a screenshot of Scott Disick's Instagram.
Oh,
so
my
for those
dear
of you who don't
Lord.
watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians and are familiar with the whole, Kardashian family tree situation, Scott Disick is Kourtney Kardashian's baby daddy.
I thought you just called him corny Kardashian. I'm like, that's
she
funny.
She has no
Tina.
personality, so she can't be corny. But yeah, like he's just basic as hell. So I'm sure his Instagram's just a bunch of like cars and like fuckery. But no, that was like the perfect description. It's like you're watching this video, you're like, these lyrics can't be real. Like, who wrote this?
Yeah, I think we both had issues with the lyrics. But yeah, no, we really like well, I think it's actually just I just want to put it out there. It's awesome to hear you guys responding to, something that clearly sparked particularly something in Tina, but also just like, it's a more deeper conversation. I think we typically
that really like garner a lot of conversations.
Yeah.
Not, people, I mean, granted, this, I wouldn't say that was K-pop per se, but
right.
It's not just shallow and, it's not just pop and production. There are layers, there are levels.
Yes, 100%. So we're happy to see you guys kind of responding to that, and we're always down to talk about the fun stuff, the not fun stuff. Yeah, we cover it all in K-Stop. So thank you guys for so many awesome comments. But now the moment of truth comes where we see how the K-Stop listeners voted on their favorite release of the week.
Oh my gosh, sorry, hold up.
Okay.
Kim and Kanye are having a third child?
Yeah, Tina, I wrote this in our group chat.
I'm sorry, I was researching K-pop stuff. Oh my god.
And Kim popped up.
Holy shit. Okay.
Yeah. Is it via surrogate, though?
It has to be, right?
I think it has to be, too. Yeah. Read about the news on Fuse.tv right now, people. It's coming
Sorry, the
soon.
intro to this episode is just all sorts of shit.
I know.
Sports.
We're going.
Kardashians.
Yeah. Baby number 3 is on the way. A report. The couple uses surrogate mother. There it is.
Yep. Surrogate was hired for $45,000.
45 grand. That's it. Oh my gosh. I can afford that. Just kidding.
It's like, want to go halvesies?
45 grand. That seems low to carry someone's child, but I could be totally wrong.
Especially of their caliber.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like,
yeah.
bitch.
Like, I'm a 45.
I was like, is this just
45
a
million?
down
Yeah. That's my body. All right. So we've talked about sports, talked about surrogates, talked about a little bit of K-pop. Now let's get into. Well, actually,
reviews.
we have to, of course, see who won our poll last week.
Oh, that's right.
And it looks like the B.A.P lovers have won, with Jackson's Papillion taking first place last week.
You're joking.
78%.
Oh my
I think the fans came out of the woodwork. I saw a lot of people coming out to support to vote for Jackson.
That's a damn shame.
Vic's LR Whisper came in second place with 22%, and Hana came in third with 1%.
That's all types of messed up. Y'all let me down, but I still love you, I guess. Then buy me yogurt covered raisins.
I was about to say, Tina's about to go drown her feelings
you.
in some yogurt. I mean, we were both ridiculous with them. They changed the snacks this week, so we have no more raisins.
We have regular ass like sunflower seeds.
I know,
now.
boring.
Can't have it all.
We can't have it all. But anyway, I say we get right. I'm kind of excited to get into these releases this week. So I say we get right into it. Tina, who is first on your list?
Let's talk about B.A.P. since their comeback has been, I think, long awaited and excited for it. I can't remember. I think the last time we talked about them, was it for the really graphic black and white video where they were like shooting people in the head?
No. Well,
like Skyfall or Skydive.
Right. Okay. So
isn't that the one? And I kept calling it Skyfall, and you're like, that's the James Bond movie.
I think, okay, I know which one you're thinking of, but they've had other releases since then. They had, it was Don't Wake Me Up, or Wake Me Up. Yeah. Wake Me Up. Yeah, the emotional return. Were you here? Maybe, yeah, it was that, because I'm looking at it right now. Looking at a past episode.
Maybe it just didn't leave any impression on me.
But
I'm not the biggest B.A.P. fan, so.
If you remember, though, I think that was the one where it kind of had like a more a sort of deeper message. Oop, nope, playing the music video. Excuse me. There was kind of like, that was the one where like there were a lot of different people, and like there was like mental health kind of talks, and like they were all looking at each other in the mirrors and whatnot, and
yes, I remember
there's kind of that whole.
Well, that was the last video.
Last one we reviewed.
Yeah, and then so Jungkook's announcement where he's taking a break due to mental health issues. That was right after or right before?
I think that was right before.
That was before, and then. I remember, because I wasn't sure if he was going to be in this video.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that one, that video, he wasn't in Skydive, I believe.
Okay.
Skydive, very fun, I think.
Because I feel like during that era, they had a clear theme, so their videos kind of blended together for me.
No, that's legitimate.
And, black and white and all that. But this
Honeymoon,
is very, very different.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that it is a direct follow-up / response to their previous concept, where it was very, very dark. This one, I feel like they're saying we have refreshed ourselves. We're in a new state of mind. You can't hold us back. Very, very feelings of positivity and motivation. And you can see that in the music video as well. The song, I actually really like the song.
I love the song.
Yeah. I think the production-wise, it's they took a different approach to what they're, I guess, sonically used to sounding like.
Well, I think you nailed it too, in that it's a continuation of what we were kind of hearing from the past one, because I thought their last single, "Wake Me Up," was also leaning towards the more accessible, poppier stuff. But yeah, this one just kind of continues that, and I feel like they've really. I'm a really big fan of this song.
Yeah.
I love the whole
I figured
hook.
you would like it.
I think
was like, there's like an 80% chance Jeff really likes this. Yeah.
Like that was just
It's
so
it's
good.
very catchy.
But I still didn't feel like, lots of time. I think we've talked about this with B.A.P. Sometimes it seems like they've like strayed a tiny bit to try other music, and it doesn't totally land.
Yeah.
But this one I thought landed.
Yeah. I feel like the past couple releases, I felt like there were moments where they were trying to be a little too kind of experimental.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't accessible to me.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know when I would listen to this, right? It felt too conceptual. Like it felt like it would be great as like the ending credits to a film or something. It felt like an action crime like background song or something,
I think you're referring to like Skydive or Wild and
whereas
Young.
this seems much more like a song.
A song.
Like a song.
What a concept.
That I would listen to.
Yeah. I mean, I really think they went for it. I think it's a really cool sound, really cool vibe. I really like, there was, I just felt like everyone got like a really good, I don't know, it really, it's accessible, but, still very B.A.P. Everyone got like a moment to shine. I felt like there were good rap moments. They were good, and I really love how it all comes together at the very end when it's the very end of the song and Jungkook's rapping. I think it's Jung Up that's kind of like ad-libbing and belting, and then the hook is still there. It's really good. It keeps growing.
Like Jungkook's rap verse.
Yeah, I thought he just killed it.
Everyone was anticipating, him to have his moment.
Yeah.
He's looking great.
He looks awesome. That moment
healthy.
where he looks very healthy, and that moment where he kind of has the little charm on his face or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
I think so.
In the video, like
there's a lot happening with the styling.
There
in
was
the video.
Right, which we'll get to it. But I did love that. I did love that look where he has this like sort of charm on his face. That was really cool. But the video, let's get into that because, well, we could start with the styling, but I feel like there's a lot of messages that I'm still like wrapping my head around.
True. That's the thing. I think I as I was watching this, I was like, I know I'm already missing like different like subliminal things.
Exactly.
Like, I don't have time to like research all the fan theories and shit.
Yeah, I know. I was really looking into it too, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Because on one hand, I always feel like even in B.A.P's happier songs, I feel like there is this sense of sadness or rebellion, melancholy. Is that what it is? Yeah, that might be the better thing. Is that like, because even while we're kind of, it's a more upbeat song, the colors are more colors are vibrant. Yeah. And I think it's a good look for them, and I love the concept and the feel of the whole vibe of it all. But then at the same time, Jungkook's like hands are bloodied, and he's he's got baseball bats around him, and there's
a lot of like underlying angst that
I wonder if that's what it is.
But obviously that's not the main message. But you hear it because it's
it might be the message.
It's stemming from that angst, right? So it has to be present to an extent.
Well, it's interesting that you say there's underlying things because isn't it, the idea is that it's the honeymoon, feels like the honeymoon. I'm happy, but the idea of a honeymoon is that eventually everyone says the honeymoon phase is over, so it could be the idea that there are, things might be great for B.A.P, for whoever this is, whatever, kind of the subject is right now, but maybe there's always sort of this underlying potential issue that could
arise.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a little dark and sad,
I was thinking maybe that is what they're alluding to with the baseball bats and trying to destroy the TV. Is this TV representing like, the constant lens on them that's
I took that as like, media or something.
Like
right.
I can't really think of anything else unless y'all have other ideas.
Yeah, I took it as some type of media or some type of social media or some type of, like watching them, and the idea that they could be happy, but there's something, maybe they're happy because they've broken down those barriers or something like that. Or they don't worry about those barriers anymore.
That's true.
Yeah,
they don't really give any shits.
Yeah.
I mean, they normally don't, I guess, in their videos. But
yeah, no, and then I also thought it was so interesting. Did you catch how at the towards the very end there, when they're walking to that dinner table or whatever in the field, there's a tombstone that says B.A.P's name on it.
I didn't.
Yeah, gotta look out.
It was just in the middle of the field.
It was like they were walking towards it. It was right next to their table, and I saw it was a tombstone with B.A.P on it, which I thought, wow, that's dark. But I didn't know.
Is that like old B.A.P? Is this like a new
I'm wondering.
B.A.P?
That's what I'm wondering. Like what is it? Like it's not like they went through any overt
reinvent
or yeah, exactly. Right. I mean, we do know that they had the legal issues, but they still came back with the same company. Right. It seems like things are better, but is this, is the sound indicating a new B.A.P? I don't really know. It's kind of interesting. It wasn't like there was a date on it, I don't think, or anything like that, but once again, yeah, just a lot of imagery that I'm still trying to.
The dinner table thing kind of creeped me out.
Oh, really?
Like when they're all just sitting and it's just like an all white table, and I don't know, something about that scene is just.
It's a little unsettling. Yeah, no, I agree. And the red wine and whatnot. And I was thinking, Jungkook was about to, I don't know, like smash the bottle into the ground, but all he does is
like waiting for something.
Yeah, I was waiting for the drama, and then it didn't come.
Yeah, but the styling, I will say, was very tragic. Who came up with the multicolored
multi-mullets?
Yes.
Because there are multiple mullets in this video.
And they weren't even like I know the mullets thing has been around for a minute in K-pop, but they were usually just like like one color, right?
I think so. Maybe Baekhyun from EXO.
They were looking like little My Little Pony.
Oh boy, Tina brought out the My Little Pony references.
Into a cotton candy machine. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness gracious, is correct. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand.
Weren't doing it for me. They were on an island looking thing, but
I like the outfits, I think.
Really?
I'm trying to remember.
I just don't know if I would wear those outfits on an island.
Right. I guess, they kind of just were like vibrant. We're vibrant. This is what it is, like it's kind of like
I guess it wasn't too bad. It's not like they were wearing like puffer jackets or something really ridiculous.
Yeah, I still suggest everyone check out my dear friend Devin Abelman, who writes for Allure's article about the mullet trend in K-pop and how she does not want it to happen. And I am with her on that. But it seems like we've lost Devin, so sorry.
If anything, the styling was a lot better at the end when they were at the dinner table.
Yeah, I liked that a lot. I felt like it was very clean. I got the kind of look and vibe of it very well. I really liked it. Versus, earlier. I give them points for creativity, but like, are those hair extensions? Have they been growing out there? I just don't. I have so many questions about the multicolored.
Yeah, like the process of getting a mullet.
Right. Like if it's one color, that's one thing. You can just have your hair grow out a little bit and then add some extensions, I guess. But the multicolors, it seems like a lot of work for something that I just don't know if it's worth it.
For their live performances, they have to be doing that too.
Really?
So
I haven't been able to check it out.
For them. Well, I'm glad
the era of mullets.
I'm glad Jungkook didn't have to be subject to that.
He looked great. I really do love his looks. Do we know if they contributed or if they wrote on this one yet?
I was gonna ask. I don't know.
I haven't been able to check it out.
I
haven't
would
found
assume so, because I feel like generally they're pretty consistent with having a couple members.
Because I thought I saw some, like it seems like they might have gotten it from like a Western producers or something.
It does sound like it.
But I haven't been able to find any confirmation yet, so I'll have to check that out. But yeah, no, all the while though, I am quite in love with this song. I really do love this song.
Yeah, it's definitely one of their better releases.
I think 100%. I think I'm gonna be playing it a lot.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yes. Let us know what you're.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell is. What am I watching? Okay, sorry. There's a TV across the walkway from where we are recording, and
We never know.
like distracted from it. But definitely tweet us
Yes.
your thoughts. Hashtag KStop.
Yes.
I am hey_Tina with 3 A's on Twitter.
And I am Jeff__Benjamin with 2 underscores. I don't know. I already with nothing.
Hit us
I think
up.
I'm just ready. I just always want to copy you. Okay. Moving right
Oh,
along.
my cadence.
Yes, basically.
Moving right along.
Who is
Should
next?
we switch to a solo
Let's
act?
switch it up.
Let's
Let's switch it up.
All right. So, beloved highlight / or formerly known as Beast, Gikwang, who is
Yeah.
formerly known as AJ when last time he was a solo artist, which was pre-Beast debut
I didn't know
in
that.
2009.
Whoa.
He
History.
dropped his first solo release called Dancing Shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like da 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 dancing shoes or something like that. It's very like corny, but it was super catchy. It was like super heavy bass and like just kind of like it's if you listen to it now, you're like, wow, this was like really like '09 for K-pop. But he was like known as AJ then. This was before Beast happened, and this was when like I remember Beast was like doing their own thing. Like Yosub was a backup dancer.
So before Beast was even
Created,
a song,
right?
a band,
right? And like Jun were both doing features on like JYP and Cube artist songs. Hyungsung was leaving Big Bang and trying to figure out his life.
Right. Wow, what a time.
I know, right? So, and then obviously AJ went back to his birth name, Gikwang, for Beast. But now that he's in Highlight, I guess they're letting everyone kind of stretch their legs, do their own thing for a bit. And he released a mini
if
album.
you read my not exclusive, but my interview with Highlight from KCON New York, you know that they confirmed solo stuff is coming for every member. Tina doesn't even support my articles.
You did indeed.
I'm kidding.
So, and Junhyung released, his solo stuff a while back that we covered. And now I keep wanting to call him AJ. Gikwang has his mini album, EP, whatever, called One, ONE, and the single is called What You Like, correct? What You Like. Yes. I was like, is it I Know What You Like? No.
I know what you like. You know I got it.
What You Like. And right off the bat, I actually really like this song.
I really like this song too.
I think it's great. I think so. He came from a very R&B dance background, right?
I was going to ask you, is this something you expected from him, or?
I think so. Listening to that full album, it's very him. It's like 09, but like smoother.
Going back to the 09.
Yeah, because then it was still kind of a little like, he was younger then, the production was a little wonky. This one's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
This track, I will say, is probably the most radio friendly and chart friendly on the album, which makes sense. It's like he took R&B and gave it almost a tropical groove to it.
Yeah. Well, especially on that chorus, which I really like the chorus.
It's
how it kind of
something I like when I first listened to it, I was like, oh God, is this gonna get weird? But no, I feel like he stayed true to himself and his R&B roots and his dance roots, because this obviously has dance potential and there was choreography in the video. But he added that like kind of groove to it that I feel like has been trendy lately.
Yeah. Or I guess groove is probably the best word to describe it as, because I'm not sure what else to call it. But yeah, on the chorus, it kind of gets that additional element of whatever,
It's like a little bouncier.
It gets a little bouncier. Yeah. It gets just that little extra oomph to it. And I think it works really well. I really like the chorus. I really like this song in general. Once again, I didn't really know what to expect from him, because I don't even think I had AJ on my radar at the time.
Right. But I was like, is he going to go all rain hip song type shit? Or is he going to get
hip song?
Song was like ridiculous, but it was so catchy. Or was he going to do more kind of the Junhyung route that was kind of alt R&B.
Right.
But he's more of a dance background, so I was like, all R&B would be weird for him.
Yeah. What'd you think of the dancing and the video in general?
I'm not a huge fan of the dancing. I felt like he was just doing a lot of like gyrations and
There's a lot
and like
of
weird
gyration.
kind of like squats.
Squats.
He was doing like weird squats and bending of the legs, and I'm like, I feel like he could have gone a little smoother and less kind of
if I'm right.
kind of just like jerking around.
When I'm thinking about like the moments of the video I remember, it's a lot of like thrust pumps and like
it was a lot. It was like, this is not a choreography that I think I would try to like take a dance class with or something.
Yeah,
it was very awkward.
It just sort of felt like
it didn't
him
flow
going
as well. I will say it's something that like I think it worked in the video because he was essentially going from set to set, location to location. He was dancing down the steps, which I feel like I guess the rhythm might have worked with the choreography, but it's not something that I think I would want to imitate myself.
Well, I mean, it was kind of par for the course. He wasn't reinventing the wheel or anything.
Right.
I mean, I think my favorite moments were probably a lot of the styling and visual elements. I really liked
the styling.
Oh, I liked how all the guys had checkered like shirt, like they all had this like checkered thing.
They had this kind of skateboard vibe. They had like this Dickies Supreme look to them.
Right. And I liked it. I really digged it.
Liked it.
I liked
the hair was bad though I didn't like his hair.
Really?
I wanted him to either wear his beanie, which he likes, or just not have his curly hair out. Like I don't like it.
I really like the checkered thing. It makes me think like, okay, maybe checkered's making a comeback, or maybe we'll see checkered.
That's true.
And then also I loved the exploding color clouds at the end.
Yeah.
Not that I haven't seen that before, but I just liked it, you know.
I liked it. I think it worked. It was kind of random, but
once
it worked
again,
with all the
not
colors.
reinventing the wheel, not, blowing my mind, but it was effective. It worked.
Yeah.
And I thought it's more than suitable for a good solo release.
I like the concept of like him getting his boys, his crew, and they're
gyrating
just having a
together.
Good time. My one complaint is that the song is it's a bravado wooing song, right? Like he's like, I'm the shit, you should fall in love with me. He's saying that this girl should be like swooning over him because he has what it takes to win her over. Right. But I wish there were a girl in the video. I feel like there wasn't. I wanted him to be like, putting the moves on some girl and like being really smooth about it rather than him and his boys on a party bus. Which that scene was cool, but I kind of wish there was more chemistry with like a girl in the video. That would have been dope.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I thought it worked without a girl, but I guess given the song, it would make a little more sense. I mean, more sense, like what is he? Is he like recording this on video and sending it to her? You know,
I know, right? Because he's like, he's like got swagger in the video. So like, there should be a girl that you're like gonna sing this to. I don't know. So
yeah, it could have been. It could have been cool to get like her also like jumping into to the groove and like going from set to set. Just like
the like cliche R&B fan in me, where I feel like there always should be a girl somewhere. But
so cliche, Tina. Cool.
But overall, I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, I honestly, I kind of came in, not. I don't know what I was expecting, I guess, but once again, pleasantly surprised. Similar with B.A.P. I was like, hey, I was like, I like this.
Well, you messaged me the teaser photo because I didn't know this was. I didn't realize. I didn't know when the dates were for when this was happening. So when he sent it to me, I was like, oh, he's got a hoodie on. Like
it was kind of dark looking, right?
It was darker. It looked like he was like maybe in the rain. I don't know. So
yeah,
I was like, oh, this might be something like either maybe it'll be really like heart wrenching or something. But obviously, teasers never actually are accurate.
Ever.
So
nope.
But the rest of the album, I think, is pretty on par with what I expected. He has a lot of mid-tempo R&B jams. He has like one slow jam, I think. One that gets a little weird with the production, but nothing that's like crazy up-tempo. No, he doesn't have anything like dancing shoes or it's just like crazy and loud and party dancing or whatever. So.
Yay. So now this is the second Beast member? Second highlight member? To go to release his solo stuff. So cool.
June, where are you?
It's coming,
Tina.
Tina.
Where's my bae? I need him to go back to his rap roots. He used to be rap feature.
He used to be a rap monster.
Alongside Junhyung. Like, dude, Jun can rap.
I'm ready for it, Tina. Well,
and
maybe
now instead, I feel like Beast really held him back. He was just like the leader that spoke in every interview, was just like good looking and like sang sometimes, you know.
So it is. Oh wow, it's 7 songs though. I'm going to listen to this.
Yeah,
soon.
it's a pretty legit release.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
awesome.
just like 2 songs and an instrumental.
No, I'm ready. I'm excited. I will have to get into that. I'm ready. Yeah. So and hopefully we'll see more from. I like it too. And speaking of other things I like, I also really like the song from our last review from EXO. I really like all the music that we've reviewed.
Oh.
Videos a little different, but we also got to talk about EXO, who are back
right
with power.
Right. Wait, you like this song?
I really like the song.
Okay.
When I heard it, I was like automatically like, yes. I mean, I think the chorus could be a little
it's like corny to me though.
I know what you're saying. It's a little too fist pumping, you know. Power.
Yeah.
But I think there's so much energy in this.
Formulaic.
Really?
Yes.
Cuz I don't know. I don't know why. I just automatically, like, right when that first chorus came, it just, like, kind of all, like, rushed over me. I was like, I'm into this. So my first listen was, like...
I will say, okay, I think this was kind of like NCT Dream, but it didn't hit the mark for me. NCT Dream, I was like, wow, I feel great. I can do anything now. And just, like, made me really happy. It was a good pop song.
The We Young song.
Yeah. The Here We Go.
There we go.
But, this one, it just felt really, I don't know what's the word.
Almost
felt like something that like I might have heard like years ago in K-pop. It sounded dated almost.
Ooh. What's interesting is that it's done by the same producers too. Those 2 songs.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that doesn't surprise me. I don't know what it is about the song. Maybe it's like...
It could just be the tinkerings or the delivery with the different groups.
I think it was a delivery. Like this one, obviously, with NCT Dream, obviously, they have a lighter sound.
Yeah.
So.
And isn't that kind of interesting, I guess, too, that like... EXO, I feel like, I mean, I loved Coco Bop and like, but I still, and it was a lighter-ish or a more, you know, it wasn't dark like Monster and, you know, Lotto and things like that, but I still felt like Coco Bop fit in the world of all those songs. Power feels like you know, kind of like a sonic, like, you know, they've entered the sun, you know, the daylight is here.
Definitely did not sound like the usual EXO stuff I listen to, and y'all know I said this so many times. EXO is going to be a band I will never be on board with. I just don't like this, like, not personally. I think they're probably great people. I just like I've never been like, oh, I love this video, oh, they look great, this song's great, they, you know, let me check out this album. I don't
not
think
even Monster.
No.
Oh my gosh. Or Lucky One.
I mean, like when we review Lotto, I thought, hey, this is kind of okay.
Also done by the same producers.
That's Isn't wild to me.
They're varied guys.
Really fucking with me.
London Noise. They're so cool.
I know. They are very versatile, which is also what I guess not always
good.
I
don't know. Like I listened to it a lot yesterday. I just like couldn't stop listening. And I think I think this is something of my personal taste too. I love when songs kind of take you by surprise, like grab you by like the ball or sorry, no, not sorry, that was inappropriate. Grab you by the neck, whatever. Grab you by the wrist, to make this not sexual or dangerous or anything, violent. Just grab you and just kind of take you like right away, like that kind of like it's sort of like the beat comes in, the intro comes in, then like before you know, we're already like in this like verse. Sweeps you right away. That's a good way to put it.
Dislike the song. I just do think it's corny, but if I had if it came on and I was cleaning my apartment,
this is the litmus test.
If I was cleaning my apartment, I would maybe not skip it. I would maybe just like sweep a little more intensely,
sweep a little faster with a little more power.
Litmus Tess. I can't.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good pop song, and it's kind of how I feel. I was very, because usually this is not the case, but I really do like all three songs we reviewed this episode. But let's also, of course, get into the concept and the video a little more.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
You don't like it either.
The whole first minute, I'm like, where is this song? What is this freaking cartoon monologue that's happening?
I didn't really like the intro, I have to say. Well, because like I felt like they were kind of trying to, warm everyone up to like something a little more. I mean, it's very gamer inspired.
So budget.
I thought that was weird too. How, I mean, it sort of feels like it reminded me a lot actually of Red Velvet's Rookie. Remember that video with like the kind of weird monster thing, and like they were in the spaceships and whatnot. Like SM is on some kind
the
of
one that had a bunch of flowers and a random
yeah, like the creature, right? And this had another creature, robot, alien thing, sort of. And like SM is on their cartoon gamer shit, right?
This is their attempt to be quirky. And it just felt weird.
Well, here's the thing too, is that, and I know everything, without context, I would agree with that, but like I've seen 2 EXO concerts now, and like in all their, like the transition videos that they do in concerts, they do that stuff like like it's this very quirky,
weird kind of space transformer shit.
It's been either like spacey, or like sometimes there'll be like elves in a factory. Like it's very like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, this reminds me a lot of the they call them like VCRs, I think. I don't really know what that stands for, but like the transition videos in concerts where like I've seen them get really or I've seen this side of them, that I was like,
but I feel like
but why is it
translate to their image?
Well, that's what I'm saying too. I thought it was odd.
Disconnected.
Yeah, and granted though, I will say the thing that I think kind of tied it all together for me, at least, and kind of made me say, okay, this is not so out there, is that at the end, did you know this from the beginning, that like EXO, they all had supernatural powers or whatever?
I guess that makes sense because it is EXO, right?
Yeah, they're from Planet EXO, or Exoplanet, sorry.
I guess the space theme does make sense.
And they all had their own elements or their own power, and then you saw that in the video. So it tied in together, but like I was like, how did we get here is kind of the question for me.
That's true. I think that they like assume that everyone is
following around, right? And I wrote a review about this on they can read right now on Fuse.tv, and I mentioned how longtime fans will definitely appreciate this and see this, but I do wonder personally if it's gonna come off a little random to everyone else, But if anything, I also just say props for trying something different, creativity.
Aside, even the styling was just.
Wasn't a huge. I mean, some of them.
Makeup was creepy.
Oh right, I forgot about that.
They had like the shimmer underneath. I was like,
right.
Damn.
That cat.
It looked like they went to like not Claire's. What am I thinking of? Well, it looks like it was like a mix of like Claire's and I don't know. Where do you buy? I don't know why I'm asking you.
Where do you buy yellow eye
lip
makeup?
Smackers type shit.
Lip smackers.
It just looked a little. A little juvenile.
Aw, I mean, yeah, I didn't. I would say that there were a lot of styling moments. I was like, why does he have like bright yellow eye makeup, mascara, whatever that stuff's called, eyelash makeup, whatever it's called.
Eyelash makeup.
No, what's this?
Mascara, eyeliner.
No, what you put here? Eyeshadow. There you go. Eyelash makeup. Anyway, yeah, but so it's part of a repackage for the Coco Bop or for the War album, and there is a song written by G-Soul and Chanyeol. I don't know if you've been able to listen to it, but I highly recommend you check out. It's called
Smoother.
Yeah, it's called Sweet Lies. I really like that one too. And there's a new song called Boomerang. It's more traditional poppy, what you'd expect.
Well, you said Boomerang. I'm like, I don't even want to listen.
But no, listen to Sweet Lies, literally written by our faves, G-Soul and Chanyeol, who I think is really brilliant. And yeah, I think I don't know. I mean, EXO will continue to do their thing. I think it's a fun change up. I don't know. I mean the album is doing well. It's like number 2 on iTunes in the U.S. right now.
They always sell so well though.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, definitely for sure. But I think like it just really seems like people are excited for this one. I don't know
yeah.
what. I feel like there's an energy about it, but I don't know. I'm still bopping to Coco Bop and What You Do and Forever. I really like that album. Anyway,
Anyway,
who gets your vote today as of this episode, Tina?
it's not gonna be a surprise, but I'm gonna go with Kikwang.
Okay.
What you like?
I think I have to go give it to B.A.P. I just really, really like
Okay.
what they brought with this one, and I think
That is totally fair.
it is so
B.A.P.'s
fair.
probably gonna win. Their fans come out pretty hard.
Think so. I don't know. Will the EXO fans pop up? We'll have to see. Can't wait.
We shall.
Yes, but yeah, let us know what you guys vote on Fuse.tv. Listen to all the music we reviewed on Fuse on our playlist on Fuse.tv. Leave a comment, etc., etc. And now let's get into our chart section right now, where we check out the top 5 K-pop songs on US iTunes right now. Coming in number 5, Tina's gonna love this. It's "Boomerang" by EXO. I'm telling you, give it a chance.
I'm like imagining Boomerang as in between, like a mix of Coco Bop and Power.
That sounds incredible.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, I'm just gonna move right along. Number 4, "Gashina" by Sunmi.
Such a good song.
I still love that song. I mean, we talked about it at the beginning, but I play it like every morning, and
That's a good morning song.
I think it is too.
It wakes you up.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, she's gonna be back soon. I have a feeling. Number 3, "Sweet Lies" by EXO, the G-Soul and Chanyeol song.
The G-Soul touch.
The G-Soul, I'm telling you, it took him 10 years to debut in JYP, and then ever since he left, I feel like he's just been everywhere. He's writing for people.
Yeah. He like had a minute where we thought he was gonna blow up, and then he just got locked into this dungeon.
Yeah,
of
but
like just I don't know, like limbo.
yeah, I feel like he's just been everywhere. I'm like, good for you. I want to write a song on an EXO song, on an EXO album. Are you kidding me? I'll be set for life.
He's like collaborating with Tableau.
Yes.
You know, Code Coons. That
Right.
that.
I just keep seeing his name everywhere, and I'm like, finally,
And he's
dude.
so versatile. I didn't think he'd link up with EXO.
Yeah. So there you go. Go G-Soul. We're happy for you. Number 2, "Honeymoon" by B.A.P.
Nice.
I'm happy for that. And number 1 is
Is it Power? I bet
We Got That Power. Power. Wow.
I will stick with
Gonna hit
NCT
those.
Dream.
NCT
Here we
Dream.
go.
Here we go.
Another sentence I never thought I'd say.
I'm gonna stick with
I'm gonna
NCT
stick
Dream.
with NCT Dream.
You literally said I stand for Princeton. You said after school
Times have changed.
deserved better. You've surprised me
Wait,
so
I
much.
never said anything bad
You said
about
brown-eyed
after school.
girls.
I never said anything bad about after school.
You said, Jeff, you're so handsome and you're the best looking person at Fuse. And I was like, oh my God, Tina, this is too nice.
That's not a lie.
Anyway, let's move. So those are our charts. Let us know what's on your guys on your top 5 playlist as well. And now let's just get into we gotta it's a sadder deep cut this week.
Deep cut.
I feel like we need to kind of talk about a little bit about the news that our dear Hoya from Infinite has left Infinite. He's not from Infinite. He's no longer in Infinite. In fact, he left it. It was kind of there were discussions for a while. This was sort of they had a comeback last year, which we talked about. That was the that was the well, I don't even remember what it was called. I know what the sample was. It was like The Eye. Yes, it was The Eye. The Eye. But
I actually really like that song.
Yeah, I listened to it the other day and I was like, okay, I'm into it. I'm still into it. But they weren't back for a while, and fans were wondering kind of what was going on with them, or what's and there was a lot of discussion about that. Talks are going positive with the members' contract renewals, but it looks like all the members had renewed and wanted to continue with Infinite except Hoya. So,
which is pretty major. No shade to like any of the other members, but Hoya was a pretty, I think, prominent member of.
I agree.
A very, I guess, known member. I think he had a lot of fans.
100%.
He was known as like a really great dancer and rapper. So
yeah,
he had a lot of like FaceTime, I guess.
No, for sure. Definitely one of the faces of the group. You know, he was in Infinite H, which was their hip hop unit or half of Infinite H. You know, like yeah, it's just yeah, I was surprised. You know, I definitely thought it could have been, you know, a different member or something like that, but
Who maybe thought he wasn't getting enough shine or blah,
it
blah,
could very
blah.
well be. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he so yeah, the news came out, and then he wrote a handwritten letter that, you know, basically it didn't say anything too much. He just said, like, I apologize for causing any worry. The fans have been waiting
Right.
for a long time. He's like, he did say, this was probably the most interesting thing to me. He said, I ask for understanding for not being able to say anything for a long time. I wanted to let you know in person, but thought an official announcement should come first. And, you know, he thanked the members, he thanked the fans, he thanked the company. Um, yeah, so
Wait, what was that first part? He's sad that he couldn't have said something sooner.
he said, I ask for your understanding for not being able to say anything for a long time.
Oh, I guess like a personal statement on his,
Right,
on his,
because I
like
think
a personal note from him.
because I even, you know, I even saw Infinite fans on Twitter and stuff like that. People would send message to me saying, oh my gosh, we don't know, you know, we haven't heard anything from Infinite. What's
Right.
going on? You know, do you know anything? And I, you know, I had nothing to say either. And it kind of, I got the feeling that something was a little up when Willem started preparing a new boy band as well. I think they just debuted right before this, which the timing is a little suspect. Right before the Hoya news came out, Golden Child. If you
Right.
caught
I think
them,
I saw that.
I listened to the single, thought it was fun, thought it was fine. They have a cute baseball concept, sports. You know, I'm always down for a sports concept.
Sports.
The actual
That's
sports
the most
themselves.
Jeff will mess with sports.
Exactly. I'll wear a really cute baseball outfit.
I like those stripes, you know.
I love the stripes. But yeah, it seemed and you know, like, not all the members seemed on board in promoting the group. Like, I think I saw I think it was Dongwoo and Sungjung were like at their the showcase or whatever, but that was sort of it. So so I had a feeling there was something in the water, but then, you know, this news came out, and so yeah, they're gonna be down a member, which one, I mean, I mean, I don't know how much there's to say, I guess, about Infinite losing one member, but I do think it's always kind of an interesting thing when a group is mostly intact except for the one member. I mean, we saw AOA is just lost Choa. And, you know, it might be apples and oranges. Beast lost Hyung Sung. You know, Girls' Generation lost Jessica. I always feel like losing one member, it might not seem like a big thing, but there's always just an element of sparkle or magic that I feel like just isn't there anymore, you know?
Right, because it's not the original team.
Do you think that's what it is?
I think so. I think it kind of tarnishes what fans, you know, are used to seeing, what they always imagine the group chemistry to be like. And it kind of, like, he's never going to, I don't think he's ever going to say, I left because of A, B, and C. And I'm assuming he just wants to leave and see what else he's capable of while he's in his, like, prime years, I guess, right? It's been 7 years. So, I'm assuming it's like all amicable, but no one, like, you're never gonna know. But I'm sure fans are gonna always wonder, did anything else go down? Are other members affected by this? They might feel personally, you know, slightly feeling some type of way about Hoya, like, quote unquote, ditching the group. You know, it's maybe like within the fan club there might be some ripple effect to that, but I think it's from what I've seen. In Spirits, they've been very understanding, and they know that he loves his fans.
It didn't seem drama. It didn't seem like dramatic. Yeah, I agree with that.
It doesn't seem controversial at all.
Right. I wonder, though, you know, it's kind of interesting because, you know, if he's actually a good singer, too. He sang, in the tracks he sang, he always sounded really good. But, you know, does that mean their hip-hop unit, Infinite H, just like, is done in the ground?
I think that's done.
Because, you know, he was obviously half the membership.
Right. I think the group does lose a bit of edge without him, because he was kind of like the more, you know, hip hop into like
Yeah.
he's a great dancer. Yeah, he definitely they lose that bit, and I think that's what kind of sucks about it.
Mm. No, and I'll just even say, like, personally too, I remember I've met Infinite twice now. Both times when they came to New York, and like he was always by far the most friendly, really
Right.
trying
He
to like
seems like he has like that oomph, that extra
yeah,
like spark
right.
to him. So
And you know, maybe that'll take him even farther, you know.
right,
Like it very well could happen in
right.
that way too.
If I
Um
had to say if I had to pick members of the group that could be successful outside of the group, Hoya would definitely like be at the top of the list probably. And like I mean, Elle is already in
yeah,
dramas and
huge,
acting because
right.
he's very beautiful. He's very
He
nice to
is.
look at.
He looks like an anime character in
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And like
just
but
that flawless face and
right.
skin.
For sure.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that it's a boy group though, because I feel usually when things like this
You know
happen,
what? That's a good point.
like other than Beast and Hyungsung, I can't think of another like idol boy group where, well, I guess Super Junior like
Super Junior's they've had their
they had a lot of
drama.
issues, but I think wasn't the first member to really like make it known he didn't want to fuck with the group anymore. It was Kibum because he wanted to act and he was always acting and never part of like group promotions.
I don't
Like,
Super Junior. That is a history
like,
lesson that I just.
Kibum was just like that member where you're like, I think it's gonna be a 12-member group real soon.
Really,
But
I mean, SM. It seems to be only the boy bands under SM. I mean,
Yeah.
TVXQ had issues.
oh yeah, you're right.
EXO has had issues.
Right.
Shiny hasn't had issues. Noted.
But those were like very controversial though. Like
yeah, more
they were
legal.
like more kind of label issues.
Yeah, and
this
labor.
just seemed like he was like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of just over it.
And you know what's kind of weird too? I was thinking about it too. With Beast, highlight whatever. Beast, when they came back as 5, there was kind of like and maybe it's just because it was their first comeback as 5, but I felt like when they went to the highlight thing, I don't know if it was the name change, if it was just a branding refresh or whatever, but like it didn't feel like there was anything like missing or anything and maybe I just got suckered into the fantasy of, you know, their highlight now. It's all new, you know, it's a new sound.
So here's me. If y'all are a Hyungsung fan, like close your ears right now. Cover your ears right now. I don't think it was that noticeable for Beast and Highlight because Hyungsung was never really that sparkly to begin with. He's a good dancer, but he was very quiet. He wasn't in the line. I don't think he liked being in the limelight. I don't think he had that much of a personality. He was kind of weird, to be honest.
Did he ever make his solo?
He was like very quirky, weird.
Yeah.
He did. I think he released a couple songs. It wasn't like a big thing, I think. It was on Spotify. I didn't listen to it.
Completely missed that.
I personally don't like his voice, so I didn't listen to it. But I think he's a great dancer, of course, but I don't think I think the rest of the group though was so strong individually that without Hyungsung, it didn't like topple the group in any way, you know? Whereas like I do think Hoya held a bit more of like the personality in the group.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But you know, I will say it's not like a 4-member group or something. Like they had 7 members, right?
Infinite
6?
has 7. Yeah.
7. So now it's 6.
Now it's 6. Yeah.
So at least formation-wise, I don't think it'll change too much.
No, Infinite just, you know, they I think their choreography is some of the best.
It's so clean.
Yeah, and you know, he was definitely a leader in that sense too. So,
Exactly.
and you know, if anything, I kind of, you know, if anything, I always do feel like that first comeback after kind of a rocking of the boat is usually really, really good, and the company is kind of like, you know, investing back in the brand. Like Girls' Generation after Jessica left with Party and all that stuff, it was so fun, and like we got a great album out of it. So.
Trying to get your mind off the fact that
exactly.
a key member
I
is
mean, it's
gone.
a little screwed up, but I totally play into that fantasy, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of. It's a bummer, and you know, like I said, Hoya was he really tried to speak English with me. He was always like so nice and fun, and just like so much energy, and like.
What do you think? What can you see him getting into?
I don't know. It could be like, is he gonna try, solo rap stuff, solo R&B stuff? Is he not gonna focus on that at all? Is he gonna get
Right.
into variety stuff? I don't know.
Right.
I could see. I don't know if he's ever been interested in acting. I honestly
Right.
don't know, but I could kind of see. I think he's a star in and of himself. So I think I don't think
Right.
this is the end for him. I think someone's gonna snatch him up, and maybe it'll be like a G Soul thing where like he just is soon to be everywhere.
Right.
Maybe he wanted more opportunities. I really have no idea. So,
Okay.
or maybe he's just gonna quietly hang out. I don't know.
Hang out.
I don't think he will though. I think he's gonna be
I mean,
back.
I've peeped his, dance clips on Instagram, and I think he's so talented, and
I think there's something.
I
yeah.
definitely think he should. I'm assuming he's already kind of investing and planning out some sort of solo situation.
Let's do it. I want
Um,
him. He should join the same company as Sunmi, and they should
Yeah.
just do it. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Or like, could you imagine like a Hoya and Haze song? I feel like I would Haze,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah,
song,
that'd be dope.
right? Or something with Saran. I don't know. I love
Yeah,
it.
that'd be dope. How
Yeah,
old is he now? I can't believe it's been 7 years.
I know.
Because they debuted in like 2010, 2000, yeah,
I think so.
with Dorawa, Daishi Dora. It was like
Oof.
the Infinites, or like She's Back was
Oh,
like the second
she's
single.
back. She's back.
Come-
Yeah, he's 26 by
Come
the way.
Back Now or something. Come Back.
Oh,
Come Back
yeah.
Again was their
Yep,
first single.
Yep.
But that was like such a different. That was like when they were known as like, Epic High's, boy group. or
Right. Oh, I
something.
forgot about that. Yeah. Well, I mean, Epic High like made Woolham. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Yeah, they came out in 2010, so it's that 7 year
Yeah.
curse.
That was a great mini album or EP.
They have a lot of really
That was
good
a great one.
albums.
But then I kind of fell off because they got kind of darker and
Oh, see.
like more, like less kind of, like, I don't know. I don't even know what the word is.
I just felt like they got very
They got a little too like idolish and like started wearing a lot of makeup, and I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this.
I really liked like all their synth pop stuff
Mhm.
and what. Yeah, but I've been a Gimster fan for a while, so I'm excited to see what happens on both ends with the group and Hoya. So yeah, let us know your guys' infinite Hoya memories. I think we have
Yeah.
in spirits in the house. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. What you guys think of EXO, B.A.P, Gikwang, and everything else going on in the K-pop world. Remember #KStop. Send us topics that you guys want to talk about. We're all ears.
Yes.
So as always, this has been Jeff,
This is Tina.
and we'll see you next
Thanks for
week.
listening.
Thank you.